You going on a trip? Are you ready to go on a trip? Tell me where we're going. Whoa.
Colorado.
We're going where?
To Colorado.
Let's go. We're loading up. We got the girls. We got our best friend right here. The weight vest. Storage up there. Woo, we got a dog. What's up, Benny girl? Cooler. Tekla's potty. And we're about ready to go. So I got in 6 miles this morning. Colin and I filmed a little something. I'll show you all that. But the rest of this trip, I'm gonna show you guys what 2 or 3 days on the road looks like and how I get training in for a 100-mile race, staying relatively fit. We have a lot of miles to cover. We're going from Houston, Texas to undisclosed Colorado. On weight vest is gonna be my best friend. So this is the same one you saw probably I trained with the Murph workout. It's 12 pounds. You can get a lot done with 12 pounds though. And without any elevation, it's gonna give me what I need with like a lot of good workouts.
Cal's a little testy right now.
Yeah, we got no hours of sleep. Anyone that's a parent out there, you know this feeling. You're on a road trip, they didn't sleep, and they're fine because they just sit in a car seat. But Tekla and I, we rip each other's hair out. Really, actually, we're being quite nice right now, right?
I feel like I've been very nice.
Yes. And we're gonna try and do a Q&A. Everyone asked a lot of questions, and that was like over a week ago, so we need to knock these out. My microphone's not working, so I hope this is hearable.
Question 1 from Dylan Hell 13. Do I call out the person?
We'll just put them on there on the video.
Need to split. What days are you lifting and what days are you running / biking?
Right now, training for like a 100-miler through August. I'm lifting like 3 to 4 days a week, running about 5 to 6. Cycling intermingled in there, keeping one day as a rest day. I've altered my training over the last couple weeks to where, I know I said in a video I wasn't going to do high mileage. We're doing high mileage now, going about 70 miles a week. And if I was going to put a time frame on my lifting, it's about 3.5 hours, and it's split up between like an emphasis on upper or lower body on those days, but really is more of like full body. So like for instance, if I do like bench pull-ups and then my workout at the end of it will be something like a thruster, burpees, and like farmer's carry. That's what I did this morning in the hotel. So that really is full body, but like a little more emphasis on the upper body.
Okay, I think you answered this. How often do you lift?
3 to 4 days a week.
Realistic training week, in and out of training blocks.
Yeah, that's honestly right now I'm like going through a realistic training block. Like my running volume is like 10 hours or more a week, which is a freaking lot. We're also training for a 24-hour running event, so that makes sense. But realistically, like if I could just like hand pick it as like a dad, I would just pick like a 5 or 10K running plan and just do gym bro lifts / CrossFit, to where you're doing like 8 to 10 hour total weeks, where you're doing like a track session, faster threshold session, and then maybe like one long run in the week, and then mix in a bike when you can, but 3 or 4 big lift sessions during the week. So that would be like, that's like retirement Kyle idea, right?
Yeah. Where do you get your programming? Do you do it yourself or another source?
No, I work with Alex Viata. He's a great coach. He's the master of like the hybrid. He invented the word hybrid. He really did. He also doesn't take on new athletes because he's at capacity, and he's the best in the business. He's a professional. I've learned so much just through doing his training, and a lot of the things you hear me say are what I've learned through him kind of reframing my mind on how to train.
How do you differentiate between intentionally adding mileage and junk volume, extra Z2 runs?
Oh, okay. I mean, it's hard to say. Like this, my philosophy, honestly, is like now that we have these kids, is like I don't train enough to really be saying I need a lot of zone 2 work. I just think more so like time on the feet. If I was going to simplify it for everyone, I'd just say go out, do zone 2 running, meaning easier conversational pace, or something where you can at least say a few words. So like RPE 6 or 7, rate of perceived exertion 6 or 7, and make sure the splits are negative. Negative splits during those longer runs are great. Throw in 3 or 4 strides of 15 to 20 seconds at the end. That's very important. But overall, like, zone 2 is important, but it's also important to go fast. And I think everyone's kind of lost in this thing of hearing 80-20 rule, and that really doesn't apply unless you're training a whole lot. I would just recommend getting out there and doing the fast speed sessions and listening to your body when you want to do those zone 2 runs and you just need time on the feet. That's when you do the zone 2 runs, when you're just exhausted and drained from like a really hard session, whether it's like a lift or a really hard track session or a long run. Go out and do an easier deal. Make it feel like more like a bike ride than a run.
How important is it to track training metrics versus just going off a feel?
Would you say I'm very data driven?
I feel like you like your Strava recaps, but then also it's like,
I'm not like always.
No, like if you're like, I feel like you listen to your body pretty well.
Yeah.
If you're not training for something big.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're training for something, then you kind of ignore it a little bit, and you might decide to go on 3 runs in one day.
I think technically answered it. I think training metrics are good. Like they support, use them as support for your decisions, and
like overall, I feel like it's not like it's nice to know you have to meet these benchmarks.
Yeah. I think that's exactly it. Like I don't go back and look at old runs frequently and stuff, but like every now and then the same run will hit me from like this time last year, and I'll go look at the distance and be like, oh, I remember doing this run, and I'll go check it. So comparatively speaking, it's good to see like progress over a year span, but I am by no means a slave to my data or metrics or any of that stuff. Like I really feel like going by feel is easier. If you go watch like Dave Scott, Mark Allen, old school guys that were doing Ironman, they literally had an analog Ironman watch and trained just off of time. And like,
that's such a good point. Like it's like childbirth, you know, like people have been doing it forever.
Yes, it's always been simple,
and it's like it's so simple,
right? And it's okay to have more data, and like, oh wow, that's cool, that like further backs how I feel or why I'm feeling this. But like also Dylan Scott, who just won Ironman or High Rocks World Championships, he should go on Ironman. That's a hot take, but I don't know if he still does this, but he used to race without a watch, and he did that for the longest time.
That's
and like
crazy.
That's something that no one does, but it's actually pretty fun. Like I'd encourage you to go run without a watch, and I do it a little bit too. And I'll just manually put my workouts in just to see my mileage for the week. But you'll find that your body will tell you how things are going way better than statistics or heart rate. You know, especially when you're training in the summer, you'll see something, for example, like heart rate skyrocketing. Your runs just aren't going to be as fast in the summertime. Just deal with it. If it's like 95, 100 degrees outside, yeah, it's not going to be as fast. But like, you know how hard you're pushing, and you know if you go into some cooler weather, you're really going to be able to push the needle because you've been used to training in 95 degrees. Just common sense. So don't be such a slave to like the statistics and all that, and you know, Strava analyzing everyone's runs. Just like do you and live free. There's people in the Born to Run
not dead.
that just, oh, that's great. God's not dead. That's what the sign says.
Okay, I think you answered that pretty well.
All right, I'll stop talking.
I don't want to like tell you to stop because I feel like a naggy beehive, but like, and I don't know if what you're saying is interesting. It might be interesting.
Look, I was just reading this book about the people that
ramble?
the Indian that went to come run Leadville. Like they're just running in like slippers and barely any nutrition. I think they had like honey and some water, and they were just like dominating the sport early on. So it's like, imagine the lack of technology those people had. Like they can do it, you can do it. All right, cap.
No, talk about the Indians a little more.
I know. I probably just offended some people. I'm sorry. I don't know which Indians they were.
I want to run distance, Princey's half marathon again. What would be your workout regimen?
I don't, that's a loaded, like there's a lot of information I need to know with like that question, but I would actually recommend that the vast majority of people that would watch this video
That's where we saw that car last
would
year.
work on, oh yeah, that red one. Oh, we should put that clip in here. Right here is where we saw this Mustang, the sweet Mustang. I actually have a video of it. I would recommend, if you're doing half marathon specifically, you probably need to get really fast because it's like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depending on who you are. Work on plyometrics. Throw plyometrics in your routine 3 to 5 times a week, even if it's 20 minutes before a run. Like, plyometrics are so overlooked because they're not sexy and they're not tracked on Strava and all that stuff. We all need to do them. Just hopping around, and I just find a 20-25 minute plyometric video on YouTube.
Is that like all the stuff Grant does?
Yeah, exactly. Grant Reber, shout out to Grant Reber, fastest man in Central Texas, behind me, and
a fellow unicorn.
A fellow unicorn. Not, I can't do that.
Yeah,
That's
you can't.
stolen valor.
Yeah.
Tekla also used to handle a freaking unicorn in high school. So
hey, if anyone's from New Braunfels, well, no, you wouldn't even be aware of it. If anyone's from New Braunfels, you would know what a unicorn handler is, and it's actually a big deal.
They had a paper mache unicorn was their mascot.
Yeah.
Tekla used to walk it out on the field.
We weren't very good at football, so we never got to run it up and down the sidelines.
She had a very special job.
Yeah, I did, actually.
You were so good at handling that unicorn.
How to avoid injury when starting to run.
Don't go crazy. Don't like just see what other people are doing and go from like 15-mile weeks to like 40.
Okay, wait, you used to get shin splints, remember?
Yes.
What was that about?
Prime example. I just jumped right into volume, and you shouldn't do that.
This is like when you ripped the fishing hook out of your chest. Like, you just don't think, and you just did. Like, you just...
Bad story. I get PTSD.
Anyway, sorry.
But like, a lot of people don't warm up. A lot of people don't lay on a foam roller and like open up like the butt muscles and the glutes and hams and roll out your IT bands and your quads, like in your calves, especially, and like ankle mobility. Like, you got to do this stupid stuff if you're gonna just go all in on a race and really increase your mileage like that. But you can't just like freaking go from low week to just boom, all right, we're doing 40-50 mile weeks because so and so said to, or this guy's doing that. Slowly get into it and work out the kinks in your body, because they're going to flare up. That's natural, that's normal. Your body's adapting or saying, wait, we don't do this. Warm up your calves, you'll avoid shin splints. Warm up your quads, or especially a lot of us are quad dominant, your inner and outer quads and IT bands.
How long should you be doing it for? Like,
even
like
just like 15 to 20 minutes of just really like, and you don't have to like roll all the way up and down. Just like get a foam roller and just like barely move back and forth on it, but like put a lot of pressure there. And if you don't have time for that, a little hack that I have is just getting in the shower, turning it on full heat, and spraying the heat on your muscles and like massaging them really quick. That's better than nothing.
Yeah. Is there an area you think that's like most of, I don't know, like think about like if you're like, oh my gosh, you're under the gun, you got to get out for a run, and you got to hit like 3, or just depend on the person.
Okay. My 3 things I would hit would be psoas, that so right deal. I'd lay on that for like 2 minutes and just kind of like wiggle back and forth very slightly. Then I would probably foam roll my quads and open up my hips. So do like little hip circles, very deliberately slow hip circles. Those are my 3. Hips tend to be the most stiff. After that, anything else is, I have enough time, I'd hit my calves and my ankles.
Ever struggled through runner's knee? Tips? Did you rest or push through?
Yeah, I did. I rested. Honestly, if I like rest a day when I feel that coming on, I feel pretty good. I've gotten runner's knee before, and it's just a product of other things in your body not operating efficiently. Like, there's always a muscle that's inactive, they need to activate, and you need to continuously do that before every run. And I learned that just from a PT.
I was about to say, like, do people, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
Like, I feel like when you started really getting into this like crazy volume and stuff, you started taking care of your body better by like seeing a physical therapist. Like, you used to see a chiropractor, then that's moved, or like that kind of did a lot of stuff, and then it moved more into a PT person, I think, which is necessary. Yeah, because you learned a lot about your body. Right.
No, I think Dr. V, shout out Dr. V. I'll literally just stand there and take 2 steps. She's like, oh my gosh. But it's good because she knows how the body's supposed to move, and she's like, you're tilted like this, and you're favoring this side, and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, so these are the muscles you need to hit. And like, what do you know? I actually listen to that advice and roll out the same things, and the injuries stay away. But injuries are more often than not a product of an inactive muscle or two or muscle group or just an imbalance in your body that's totally unrelated with the knee or like unrelated with the ankle. Like it's something else in that lower body that's not operating efficiently.
Is that like is that hard for people to seek out to find a physical or like?
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah.
Man, those sessions can be like $200.
Ugh.
But I've always spent the money on my health because it's just like, I think we haven't, this is a whole separate tangent, but I think everyone has a priority problem where they'll buy a Rolex or a nice car or whatever and not spend any money on their health. And it's like, this is the one body you have. Go get educated on it. Learn from a nutritionist, a PT, a trainer.
And like before you get hurt, I feel like, you know what I mean? Like do it before, be proactive about it.
Yeah, I know it's just body and like it's really simple and you don't need the fancy gizmos and gadgets, but if you're gonna commit to a big goal and you're gonna really throw in intensity and you haven't been doing that, go learn about your body and make sure you're taking the...
Don't worry about the watch and the vest.
Yes.
Best running form cues.
Oh, I love running form cues.
Driving in a car with Kyle is he's...
Yeah. I like one that I've been thinking about recently is feel like there's a string tied to the top of your head and it's kind of like pulling you up. Like I heard that on the Running Public podcast, I think. That was like years ago though. You can go look for that podcast and you never find it. It's so far back there.
It's like your posture almost?
But I remember it, yeah. Because if you go back and watch my YouTube videos, I am freaking like this.
Yeah.
And especially when I'm tired, I look down. And I ran with Everett last week, and he was just like chin up, and he's a sub 4 mile guy. So like obviously I should probably pay attention to what he's doing. And just running posture to start can help you. Like just being lighter on my feet is really good. I think of like one thing that my coach Viata said is just act like you're scraping mud off your foot, like the forefront of your foot. And that kind of gets that pressure of like mashing or heel striking off. And then feel like your feet are under your hips. If your feet are extending past your hips, that's a problem. That's where injury comes in. That's where heel striking is a little too... It's okay, I heel strike too, but that's where it's like really significant. So I would think of those things. Like you're being pulled from the crown of your head, and then feet under your hips, and scraping that mud off your forefront. Those are 3 good ones right now.
What's a baseline 5K time that all dads should aspire to have?
Sub 20. Get under 20 minutes.
With summer coming, do I slow down the run pace and stay in zone 2 or push harder?
I think that really like ties into the first couple questions we had. Like summertime, you should just go into it knowing that your paces aren't going to be your best paces, but this is a great opportunity for heat training. Like, just think about those mornings you have in the wintertime when you go on that long run and like you look at your heart rate afterwards, it's like 150 beats per minute and you were cruising at like, for me, like under a 7-minute pace. And you're like, what? That's nuts. Like this is the time for that. You're not going to go as fast and you're just going to have to be patient and just wait till it gets cooler. And right now you're just going to have to, set aside your ego, let your run times be a little slower, work on your running efficiency, and just trust in the process that when it gets cooler, those times are going to be down. Like they definitely are, but you can't. So to answer that question, I wouldn't just like push harder through the heat unless you're doing a really good job of like, throw 500 milligrams per liter and hydrate a ton. If you're doing, I would do 1 to 2 liters of water like an hour. I know it sounds like a lot, but if you're a big sweater, you might need to do that, because if you don't do it, then you're super drained. And then make sure after the heat sessions too, you're having carbs. Like have them right after. If you do not have carbs and you go home and you sit around and you don't just stuff a banana or something, you're going to be zapped for like 3 or 4 days. And that's where you start to really hate summer months. It's not the actual moment of like when it's really hot. It's the recovery process immediately after. Make sure you're freaking eating carbs. That's what I've learned. Those days where I'm like stone faced and I'm like mad at the world just because I haven't eaten. There's a reason for that. My body hates it.
Major differences between riding on a trainer versus outdoors.
The most obvious one is I get to be close to home and I'm safe.
Yeah, people are not nice to bikers.
Yeah, everyone hates bikers. Honestly, including myself.
Yeah, no, you don't like them either. That's why I'm like, what do you need, babe?
I think people are like really, they're shocked at how hard it is to balance on a bike when they've been riding on a trainer for a while. So I'd say do your long rides on a bike outdoors if you have time for it. But other than that, I love the one from Swift I have.
Okay, but even before that, you had that jank little thing that kept your tire in place, and like you would just hop on that at night when it was really late and you needed to get in.
Yeah, that's what got me prepped for California.
Yeah, like you would just sit on that at night, like at late.
Yeah, I wasn't doing any long rides really outside. It was all just tri-bike rides in the garage on that trainer, and it got me. I mean, I got an under 5-hour bike split for California just by doing that. I was doing like 140 miles.
What for an Ironman?
Show them what I'm looking at.
Oh. Wait, this camera's crazy. There's everybody. The dog is back there behind the slumber pods, and Cass is terrorizing Clement. Cass, leave her alone. Kiki's sick. You okay, babe? Middle child syndrome.
Also, we got the laptop in the center console for the last hour and a half.
Wait, I'm laughing. We look like storm chasers. That's what I was thinking about earlier.
We got
Oh, I was gonna ask you this question. Okay, so like your dad or mom training for an Ironman, and like you don't have the time to go out and do these like really long bike rides. Like, is there a good medium? Like, what would you suggest? Like, there are this many miles you should get on with like a real bike versus. Does that make any sense? Like, or,
I would say honestly the answer is like one long ride a week on your actual bike, and the rest of it can be on the trainer. So like if you have, say you're doing 120 mile or 150 mile weeks, 33% of that needs to be on an outdoor ride.
Yeah.
But that can be one ride that's 50 miles.
So all the husbands out there, you can't act like, oh, I gotta go on my long ride, because bam, there's your answer. You can still be at home. Baby can be a bouncer next to you.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
Okay.
And that's more controlled environment. That's what I'll say about the trainer. Like what I'm finding through training with kids and family and all this is control the controllables. And if you can just be close to home and you gotta jump up and go do something or
Wait, you should try this. This is the best
I love
iced
trainers.
vanilla latte. It's so good. It's perfect.
Yeah, that is good.
Okay. Next question. Do joint supplements actually help?
I think they do. I actually noticed a difference like 2 weeks ago because I didn't take them for like a week. The wise man built his house upon the
Sorry, I
rock.
gave them.
How to upon the rock, tumbling down.
Okay. She has her mama's voice.
Yeah. Definitely.
Joint supplements. So yes, they work. Any brand that you prefer?
Transparent Labs.
Okay.
Like by a landslide.
Your endurance events, like there's this insane plan. Like we have this like dialed plan, and then Kyle comes back and he's like, I need a honey butter chicken biscuit and French fries, and I'm like, I can't get that for you. It's 4 a.m. Like you
That's
come.
true. What was the question again?
Oh, sorry.
No. This is
Nutrition
good.
plan for long efforts to avoid stomach issues.
If you're considering like a long effort, like an ultra marathon, don't be afraid of greasy food. I think that's one thing that I've changed my mind about. Is I thought carbs and sugars, just keep it simple. Greasy food will help that stuff break down. I don't know the science behind it, but
Yeah, all those. I got
bacon,
all those pizzas.
quesadillas, pizzas, like
Greasy pizzas that one morning.
it settles all that sugar and that acid and
Big Macs.
all that crap. Yes, you need something greasy out there once you get past like 8 hours of consuming that crap. If you're talking about like a long run, like a Saturday long run or a marathon, like just pick one gel and use it. For me, it's that carbs gel. I use 50 grams of that, and then one or two at a time of those maple syrup gels per hour. And I don't really deviate from those. At least right now I don't. Maybe when I get to the Ironman stuff, I'll switch it up, but those feel natural enough and clean enough to where I don't really get sick of them.
Yeah, but when were you eating, like, you used to eat like Rice Krispie treats?
Yeah, What do you mean? One of them?
Yeah.
These things are goated. I'll have one of these like on the right when I start the bike of an Ironman.
Okay, then what about
run.
Transparent Labs hydration versus Element, pros and cons?
Transparent Labs is goated. Simply by the name, the ingredients, everything's transparent. Everything they have, very simple. That's why I trust Transparent with like literally everything I use. Element also, everyone knows, has the maltodextrin scandal. They said they had no dodgy ingredients, but they lied. The whole supplement business is a lie. So I choose Transparent Labs. I like Element though, like it tastes good, but also your gels have maltodextrin in them. I don't know. That's what I got.
Relationship with alcohol and nicotine.
Nothing nicotine. I don't do it. Alcohol, I'll have a glass of wine with my wife whenever she's really excited to see me get home every night. But no.
It happens like once every 2 weeks, maybe.
2 weeks, that's a lot.
No, I know. Like what? Once every...
I still drink, I just don't have...
Cass,
a lot.
give it a rest.
I'll drink on like a wedding or a bachelor party or something, but I used to have a serious problem, but...
Okay, not a serious problem. You're just in college and we all...
I don't know. I call it a serious problem because I'd have way too much and say stupid things and do stupid things.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like Tekla, how many times have I sang at weddings?
Oh yeah. No, like not guys, not like. Oh.
Why don't you tell them a story?
No, I don't. Not that Kyle's like sang in the crowd, gotten up on stage, taken the microphone from the lead singer and sang a Chris Stapleton song, not like a little song, like a ballad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you loved it though. That's where you fell in love with me.
No.
Yeah, it was.
No.
You only knew the road.
Sorry to everyone whose weddings that happened at.
Everyone says that I did really good. No one ever says I had a decent.
Wait, does anyone tell you that the day after? Or do they tell you that the night of when everyone's severely intoxicated?
Both. People still talk about it this day.
Yeah. So relationship with alcohol is really not really.
No, it's much better these days. Like honestly, it's hard for me to train if I drink the night before. I'll still do it, but I get the sleep
like it's
is worse.
rare.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't drink.
It's just not worth it.
I don't drink that much.
Okay. Managing sleep recovery when you have to train during dad hours / late nights.
It's so hard. Especially like last night's a prime example. Like this morning I got up in the hotel gym, but I got up at like 3:30 and I didn't get out of bed till 4 and I read and then I finally got to the gym at like 4:30. It was probably 4:45 and then here's my take on that. If you're in the dad hours and you're like these girls like waking us up, you're not getting like we got 3 hours of sleep last night. You just need to cherry pick workouts. You need to just cherry pick things you like and just say, I'm gonna do a 21-minute EMOM and just do this for 1 minute, that for 1 minute, that for 1 minute, and just keep repeating that cycle. So like I did that this morning. I did thrusters, farmer's carry, and pull-ups, and then I did another 21-minute EMOM where I did lunges, burpee, bench jump overs, and curls. And that was my workout. And it was intense. But like I was tired, I knew it just had to hit every minute. Just do it.
Well, I know this is insane, but I think like what you've changed from my perspective from, child 1 to child 3 is that you used to wake up like maybe like an hour before Cass got up and then you would work out throughout the morning.
Yeah.
And then, would get done at like, I'm thinking on like a weekend, like at 8 or 9.
Yeah.
And she'd already been up for 2 hours. But now you do it before you are done before they get up most days, or like, you're done 30 minutes in. And as a wife, that's very helpful.
Yeah, the truth is you're just going to get less sleep. It's just a season of life. Like if you live for 100 years on this earth, everyone needs to stop complaining about this time so much because it's so short. Like, yeah, you don't get sleep right now. Like you don't get sleep. But it's like 6 years of your life. You're having kids for 6 years. Like, stop complaining about it and just accept it. Like I'm saying that, and I don't even know how I look right now, but
You also haven't slept in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I've had the worst sleep week.
And you're also Kyle's also crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out Catherine, if you ever see this. Like, I feel like there are members of your family that operate with no sleep, and like that's a lot of your family. But I think that's the way you were raised too.
That's how I was raised. We all shared rooms, and it was, if someone was up at 6, we were all up at 6, and because we had like FOMO and we were,
no. It's because the Kokonos family has a problem with shutting doors. Everybody slam. I don't think I've ever heard a Kokonos besides your mom quietly shut a door. Everyone else like straight up slam.
Yeah, we like to be heard.
So you're waking up.
But it is like we've literally trained this. But I just think people need to accept like you're gonna be tired, and this is like 6 years of your life. You're building extreme mental discipline to like withstand a lack of sleep. And I said this before, like you look at it as a positive. You're training at the hardest time of your life to train, you're still getting it in. Yeah. So those days when it's easier and you're getting more sleep, like one day your kids and all that, they're gonna be in college, like in not much time. Like they're gonna be gone in freaking 17 years. Like that's crazy. So whatever. Like yeah.
So next question is sleep routine. LOL.
Sometimes it's so good. Ideal night, here is how it works for me. I throw the leg compression sleeves on, or I do the red light panel for 15 minutes. I lay it on one side for 7.5, other side for 7.5. Throw the sleeves on, pop 2 ZMO pills, maybe read something for like 10 or 15 minutes.
We also keep all of our lights off at the house, which off. I don't know, like we really don't use lights.
Yeah, it's dark. If you're a robber, you'd probably get lost in our house.
Yeah, so don't come.
I can sack out by then. Like if I've had a really hard training session, like I'll have tart cherry juice. I've shown you guys that before. No water. Everyone says 2 hours. I say an hour before bed. And don't like freaking chug 32 ounces. Like just.
You're also good about not eating. You kind of like that's a big thing. I feel like.
Don't snack right before bed because it's not so much about poor sleep, but it's about, for me, getting up in the morning. I'm so hungry for some reason. Right when if I eat right before bed, like a lot of food, like I just like to shut it down at like 8 p.m. Or like I'll look at that clock, and especially if it's 9, I'm like,
when are you normally? So you said, okay, girls.
Yeah, girls down at 7. I go through that routine,
which takes like how long?
That's an hour.
And then, what time do you think you go to sleep?
Do we go to sleep? Like 10.
Yeah.
9:45 or 10. If it's 9:30 or something, I'm pumped. So that tells me, yeah.
Kyle will try and get in bed as fast as he can.
Facts.
Biggest secret to keep energy levels up consistently with your routine?
Don't abuse caffeine. Use when needed.
Cold shower? Cold
shower is undefeated. You don't need a cold plunge. You just need to barely turn the shower on and shock yourself a little bit. Have a good song. I don't know, like listen to a good song.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
To start, like there's a couple songs that like I always Fuss and Fight by Cole Wetzel always gets me pumped up. I've been working like a slave, ain't got no money, don't spend it all on pills. That one always gets me pumped up. And there's a few more, but I just think like you don't need all the accoutrements. Just a little cold water on the skin. Drop down, give me 25 push-ups. Use caffeine.
I feel like you always go like,
yeah.
What is that?
Belly breathing. That'll wake you up. Breathe in your belly, not your chest. Everyone breathes in their chest. Like, no, breathe. If you go a duck call, you know how to do this. Friggin' bottom of the diaphragm.
Oh, boy. Okay, is it hard for your wife, kids, for you to be gone so much with working and adding training?
I think so. I think it's hard on me too.
Yeah.
It sucks. Like last week.
Last week was hard.
Hard week.
But it's all temporary. Everything's temporary. The good, the bad.
Yeah. Again, season of life. Like it's not just because it's like this right now. It doesn't mean like it's like this forever. There's sacrifices to make and things I need to do and.
I mean, but truly, like in the past 2 weeks, I feel like you've been home 24 hours.
Total.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been nuts.
And,
it's been hard. I don't know.
Pretty hard.
And
but
the Cass is like a different kid when I come home, so I don't know. I go back and forth if it's harder for me or for y'all.
I would say us, but
I don't know.
I'm kidding.
I'm such a homebody now. Like all I want to do is be home.
I know.
But and I was never like that. It's funny. Everything changes, but it sucks. And we all have to go through it if we try to have families and aspire to raise kids and do really cool things. Time's kind of against you, so we gotta make sacrifices. But yeah, it's hard. It's not perfect. Still figuring it out.
Key to a successful marriage.
Still trying to figure that one out.
Yeah, I don't know if we can speak on that. We're only 5 years in.
I think just not making things as big of a deal. Like you said that once. Not making, like, things are, like, it's not that big of a deal.
But I feel like that's also just, like, life in general. I feel like everybody makes everything such a big deal, and it's like...
Oh, yes.
What?
Since we're at a train, I screenshot it. Keep going. This is good.
No, it's just, like, it's like... Yeah, girl, say choo-choo!
The train, Cass? Choo-choo! Wow. Look, this... I took a screenshot of this last night.
What does it say?
Can you read it?
Me looking back at God after handling this situation with self-control.
Isn't that good?
That is so good.
We've been talking about this like the last few weeks.
Yeah.
My reading and stuff has really influenced my attitude.
Yeah, Kyle's actually, guys, changed man.
Yeah.
It's been so much.
Even like right now, I'm not a wreck.
I know.
Like I'm a wreck, but I'm not externally a wreck.
Yeah, no.
Because I'm like, I feel like this chick. Like, he took care of it every time he does.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing is whenever we are having a hard time, it's because we're so involved with our internal dialogue of like selfishness and like
You're
we're
thinking
kind of
about yourself.
Yeah, we're writing. Yeah, exactly. And I think once we start honestly loving you like I love myself.
Yeah.
And like these girls and loving God first. I know that sounds so cliche or cheesy, but it's actually true.
Yeah, if you just take a breath and realize. And I think communication.
Yeah.
We're trying to work on that.
Yeah. Communication is
and
great.
like actually hearing the other person, not being like, yeah, but being like, no.
Waiting to speak. Not waiting to speak, but like listening. Yeah. That's my biggest flaw is waiting to speak. Something that I've gotten much better at is not waiting to speak. Just like listening and hearing and sympathizing and trying to put myself in their shoes and her shoes. Whenever she's not really right a lot. But I mean, does life get any better than this? A little pit stop. We got the girls playing. Lenny's running around. Just parked right here. We did this last year. If anyone's been following the YouTube for a year, recognize this spot from the same road trip. Wee! Good job, girl. A lot has changed. Good job, Cass. Look at you go, girl. You're wild. Sandwiches. She is not a force to be reckoned with. She just takes care of this family. Just over there packing up the cooler for the next stop. Super Mama! All right, we're out of the truck. I just did 2 quick climbs up a route. Oh, let me stop the watch. 30 minutes in. Then I'll run down and grab pizza for the girls, and we're gonna hang out and have dinner. But whew, the legs are feeling, the lungs are feeling it. Just being at altitude. I think I'm gonna climb that tomorrow. There's a route on the other side of it, and that would be pretty good training. Can I have, okay, wait. Can I eat it?
No, yeah, it's hot.
Oh,
It's hot.
it's hot. Can I have some toast too?
Toast.
Thank you.
It's a little bit more like this.
Hey, Lenny, come here. Can I eat it?
Yeah.
Wait, where's my pizza? We forgot my pizza.
I don't know.
Morning, y'all. I'm gonna share one thing before I get out of here that I've read here. This is from A Tree Full of Angels. by Macrina Widerker. There's nothing, no thing, no person, no experience, no thought, no joy or pain that cannot be harvested and used for nourishment on our journey to God. What I'm suggesting is that everything in your life is a stepping stone to holiness. If only you recognize that you do not have within you the grace to be present to each moment. Your presence is an energy that you can choose to give or not give. Every experience, every thought, every word, every person in your life is a part of a larger picture of your growth. That's why I call them crumbs. They're not the whole loaf, but they can be nourishing if you give them your real presence. Let everything energize you. Let everything bless you. Even if you're limping can bless you. Even your limping can bless you. Presence is what we're starving for. It's what we're starving for. It's what we want. We want to be present in the moment. And it's so hard to do that. We're distracted. We have ideas of things that will fill our cup. A lot of times we're too busy, and we need to just eliminate all that hurry and that hustle and this pressure to perform. They can all be harvested and used for our nourishment on our journey to God. That's a great way to think about it. That's a great perspective. And we'll all just be living lives that are dim and have no depth to them, and we'll take God's love so casually if we never think that way. So that's what I'm thinking deep on this morning. Great reading. I read for about 35 minutes. Taking it a little longer this morning just to reflect and sit in silence, but now we're gonna stretch out for a second, pop in the car, go get some mountain miles in till the girls are up. First day here, so I'm excited for it. I'm excited for just stillness and quiet sound, just my feet hitting the rocks and climbing. How about this view? That's why we get up in the morning. I mean, we're surrounded. I don't know why I always do this. It's just the only thing I think of, sorry. Beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna trek down, throw the vest on, come right back up. I'll probably have a gel when I get down there. Do some maple syrup. But I gotta admire it for a second. It's just beautiful. It was 12:34. Pause the watch real quick. Oh, this is gonna be tough on the climb. I know it is. You know, really, that syrup isn't even gonna hit me until I get almost all the way up that climb, which is kind of funny, but oh well. I think it tells me on my mind, like, you're good, fuel's about to hit. Throw one of these in my pocket for the top this time. So now we're really weighted down. This vest, it's 12 pounds. It's the same one you've seen me train in. I like it better because it fits snug. Well, I'll tell you all this while I'm running. All right, so here's the most technical stuff I have to hike. What I'm finding is when I get really high, like at 160 beats per minute, I'll kind of lay off the pace. I'm trying to treat it like it's the actual race. So I'm not letting myself like fully gas it up the mountain. Just kind of treating it like I would in the 100-miler. If the climb's too difficult, I'll walk it, let my heart rate settle, because I'm preparing for a long race, not just a bomb up and down a hill. Make sense? All right, I just made it up. Shockingly, I don't think it was that much slower. It was like apparently 24 minutes, so it's 1 minute slower. Maybe it's because I knew the route. I was a little warmed up. I don't know. So maybe we make the goal to get down under 13, because I got down last time in 12:34. Pretty sweet, right? I left the phone in the car on the third one, but did another loop in this thing. Didn't get to the top because I realized I wouldn't get down to like 750, so I cut it. A little short, whatever, sue me. 5.5 miles of up and down. That's an hour 40 of work. I'm sweaty, a little stanky, but really I feel good. Now I take that thing off and I can feel my legs instantly. Like, it was way harder. That's not true. I ran and Tekla did everything. She got everything kind of out the door, and then I packed it up in this deal, and we're off to Uray. We'll be there before 10 a.m. And I got to run in. We got 3 girls in the car. They're happy, they're quiet, they're not crying, and we're having a pinch yourself moment. But
Special.
yeah. Anything else you want to say?
Grateful, thankful, blessed.
Grateful, thankful, blessed. That's a good way to end it. The OG. How about that? Right now, I'll just touch it. It's a beast. One day, I'm gonna come into the town of Silverton and kiss a rock in it. Till then, that's about as close as we get. Driving the rest of the trip since I drove for a few hours to get us to Lubbock.
There you go.
He's just been taking
Can't
care of
say
it. He
thank
just
you,
always
Tessa, for
he always takes
driving
care
7
of us.
hours. Let me work
Oh, this is
while attending to our kids. Have y'all ever seen a bridge before? I'm kidding.
It's a land bridge.
Oh, hold your breath. We're going under a tunnel. Hold your breath. Did you hold your breath, Cass?
They didn't have many trains when Tekla grew up, so they just say hold your breath under any bridge. Sweet sounds. That's our mature one of the group. Yeah, the leader of the pack.